What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking to my roommate, Alex.
And what's up, guys? Follow my YouTube as well. This is a collaboration video between Chris Lee
Plug it.
and Thick Prince. I'm Chris's roommate. We met in freshman year of college. I'm just a dude. I'm from Florida. That's it.
I thought it would be a cool idea to get you on because obviously we live together and you more or less can kind of see me every single day of this challenge. And so I thought it would be a cool perspective to have kind of like an internal audit of things and just get your perspective on some of the things that I've been doing.
Yeah.
We used to have, I think it was probably 2 years ago at this point, an accountability group with us and a few other friends. 2 years after having kind of closed that chapter, what's stuck with you?
Yeah. I mean, the accountability group was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's kind of rare these days to really have like a deep talk, sit down on such a concrete basis with your friends and like really get to know what they are interested in doing and what they're up to. So that was a lot of fun, and it taught me a lot of things, like my ability to like be disciplined. I started using an app called Todoist.
Scarlett.
Scarlett's eating something plastic.
Okay, we're gonna leave. You're gonna leave, come on.
Oh no. She's been regulated. Definitely like ways of staying disciplined. That was a big topic that we had just between us all about like how we were all staying on track. We would have like weekly goals, and if we didn't complete them, we'd like come up with a punishment for ourselves, and also kind of like having to tell the group like that you didn't do something is kind of that's the deterrent in itself. It's like you don't want to let everybody else down like when everyone else is doing their stuff. We would meet on Mondays most of the time, and I still treat Monday as like my end of my week for like doing my weekly goals. Like I still do weekly goals in basically the same manner that we used to in the accountability group. So like, journaling a certain amount of times a week, recording music, practicing my DJ stuff, things like that, running, and just helps me like keep my week on track. So the accountability group was really good. That stuff stuck with me for sure.
I think it's awesome. Like it's been I think it's been 2 years, right?
I think so. That's crazy.
Maybe a little less, or right about around 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that you've stuck with that more or less since then.
Yeah.
It sounds like it was really helpful for you. Do you think it was more helpful, kind of the like societal pressure or like the group pressure of having to, like you said, like not be the only one to not do your things for that week? Or do you think it was more intrinsic, like more, for yourself, like wanting to complete those goals, or a mix of both?
That's a good question. Definitely a mix of both, because you do feel like, what are the boys gonna say when you show up and you're like, oh, I journaled 2 times instead of 4 times this week, or
Right.
something. And then when you think about that, it kind of brings you to the internal thing where it's like, I have time to do all this stuff. Like, there's no reason for me to have to go through that. And then you start kind of thinking personal in that way. Like, I have enough time to do this. I just need to like, set aside the time and like actually do it. And that thought itself was actually really helpful during that time, just to be like
a mindset shift.
yeah, just to realize like you have time in the day, you just have to make it. Like, I mean, I think you probably talked about this in these videos, I'm pretty sure, but like just think about how much time you spend each day scrolling, or like, watching YouTube. YouTube's a big one for me. I watch a lot of YouTube and TikTok. I use TikTok a lot. Tried to cut that out before bed, kind of similar to your thing. I still go on Reddit sometimes though at night, but I feel like it's better because it's like reading, not looking at videos. It's definitely a mix of both. I did also feel like just sort of like an intrinsic thing of like, when I say I'm gonna do something, I have to do it. So like that thought also came up a lot during the week. It's like, and I structured my goals around that carefully. Like I wasn't going to say something that I wasn't sure that I was going to complete, you know? And I think that's another note about like the importance of like the goals that you actually set, like the actual goals that you have in your mind. Mm-hmm. But that thought was a big one too. Just like, if I said I'm going to do it, then why would I not do it?
Now there's no group pressure. Are you more strict with yourself because you don't have that external accountability, or how do you go about that?
Yeah, so after the group, definitely felt less pressure when it was just me. Like the accountability group is really good for me specifically, feeling the pressure of like the group. Mm-hmm. I still feel a little bad like in those weeks where I would like miss it. I'd still feel that little like internal thing that's like, I wrote that I was gonna do that and I didn't, and it's like, damn.
Yeah. I think it was also good for us as a collective to get together and like share our like philosophies and ideas and like different like methods and like tools and that we use and challenge each other to maybe like, you know, make the goals a little bit harder or push ourselves a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Or if we're like struggling to meet goals, like figure out why and like try to find a way to kind of bring that alignment closer together with like what kind of goals you're setting and what kind of goals you can achieve, so that like you're not setting unrealistic goals and you're consistently failing to meet them, because that does something really like terrible for your mental. It's like a negative loop. Mm-hmm. Where like you're never going to feel good because you never hit your goals, and it just goes over and over and over again. Yeah. Versus making something too easy, you know, like something super simple that you can do like that. You're taking it a step further, like maybe like flossing, you know, something that you maybe didn't do every day, but you could do every day. Mm-hmm. I think that was also really good benefit of the group, because we had so many different opinions and different like philosophies about just how we want to tackle these things. I
was definitely more on the conservative side of my goals because I wanted to complete them. So I would like maybe do a little less, and every once in a while like you or somebody else would push a little bit and be like, oh, do you think you could do like this many times for this thing, or like you think you could go a little further with this one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I remember talking about it in the context of like running. We were all running back then.
Yeah.
And like maybe upping your mileage, or maybe trying to go for like a little bit faster run, or like, you know, little things like that. You can try to go for a longer run. Mm-hmm. Or try to go for a faster run, like something to switch it up, you know.
Yeah.
To increase the difficulty, but still make it something achievable, but still push yourself at the same time.
I think that was a very beneficial part, because I find my comfort zone and I stay in that thing. Like when I find like a comfortable like routine, I really like to stick with it. Mm-hmm. So having the external push to like do a little more here is good. And I try to do that for myself sometimes, so I'm not staying too stagnant. Mm-hmm. Like this year I want to try to run a half marathon, trying to do different kinds of runs. Mm-hmm. To like just train better. But nice. Yeah.
What do you think is a bad habit that you have that like is easy to slip into?
I've noticed,
like what's the one thing that what's the one bad habit that you've been wanting to change?
First two things I think of are maybe like snacking / like food related, or the TikTok thing. The TikTok thing I think maybe goes a little more into like the point you were making about like what's easy to slip into. Mm-hmm. Because I catch myself sometimes just like in my morning routine, like before I go to work or something, like I'm just walking around like on TikTok, because my morning routine for work is like automatic in my brain. I'm just mm-hmm. like, you know, go make my eggs, pick my outfit, grab my stuff, and then go. And then during all that, I'm like locked in on my TikTok, like just, you know, kind of mindlessly scrolling while I'm doing these things. And I feel like I have noticed that, and I'll catch myself and be like, why? I don't need to be doing this right now. Like, I remember a long time ago in the accountability meeting, we talked about like being intentional with like what you're doing. And it's like, I think that's a healthy like habit for your mind to like be present and just do what you're doing. Like if I'm making eggs, then I'm making eggs. I'm not like making eggs with TikTok in the background. That's where I'm currently at with a bad habit, I'd say. I think that TikTok sometimes like I'll just feel the urge to like pull it out in like a weird time.
Yeah.
Like where I don't need to be on TikTok.
Yeah. It's just like you're not controlling it.
Yeah.
You just find yourself scrolling.
Yeah.
Like you never made really the conscious decision to do it.
Yeah. And every once in a while I feel better in the situations where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna scroll for like this amount of time and then I actually do it. Or like
you're gonna intentionally scroll.
Yeah, sure. And I also feel good when I like get the urge to pull it out and then I'm just like, wait, let me just not in this moment, you know? Yeah.
Nice. It's easier to catch yourself in the act when you like make the conscious decision, like I want to be more intentional about this. Okay, let's pivot a little bit to my 75-day. I still don't know what to call it. Yeah, I don't want to call it like 75 hard for creators. That's what I've been calling it in my descriptions, but it's like a creative exercise, creative challenge.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, if this is your first video, it's either here or here. I can pop the video up that explains everything that I'm doing there. You see me every day almost. From the outside perspective, does it look fulfilling or does it look like I'm being run by like a digital obligation that I've set for myself?
That's a tough question because there's like aspects that I think are really good and then some aspects where I feel like maybe it's like more like that. When we were talking earlier and you said Kate was like, it's just a challenge. Like it's not like, not every video is going to be your masterpiece, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of the same stuff because it's just like, we're just regular dudes who have jobs and it's like, how interesting is that every single day to record it? But it's more of like a challenge. And I think in that aspect, it's valuable. And like at the end of it, I think you may end up feeling like more inspired in a way to like make a video that like you want to take your time with and that kind of thing. It's fulfilling. Maybe as the videos go on, you can kind of feel like, it's like, well, what else can I talk about? And you talk about that in the videos. It's like, I don't know what else to talk about. Like,
yeah, I say it almost every day.
Yeah. And he says it not on camera too. He's like, I don't know what to talk about in the video. Like,
yeah,
I think it's fulfilling overall. Like in an overall sense, I think it's cool. I think it's a cool thing to do. Sometimes it's gonna feel like a slog to just like feel like you're kind of saying the same thing or doing the same thing over and over again. But I feel like that's just part of the exercise. Like it's an exercise. And I mean, what about the other things in the challenge? Like, because it's not just posting a video. Like, do you feel fulfilled in the other stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I love the reading and journaling. The hardest part, and I've touched on this in some of my videos, is like doing them in the morning. Because when I do that, and I set time aside for that in the morning, it sets the tone for the day.
It's a good routine, yeah.
You know, just like how I used to run in the mornings before work. Like, anytime you do something of that nature in the morning, it sets the tone for the rest of the day. And you start off with a win.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason I wake up late or, you know, I don't do anything in the mornings before I start the days, it becomes really hard to interrupt the middle of my day to do them. And then if I do them right before bed, it's almost as if like, what's the point? Because I'm doing them to get to bed earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not doing them to do them. You know what I mean?
I see.
That's the part that I struggle with, is like pushing it off so late to where I'm still going to do it. Like, I'm never going to go to bed and not do those things.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to do them to get them out of the way so that I can go to bed.
Right, because you have to.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe I'll, like, read less, like, intentionally. Or, like, I'll just journal a really, really uninsightful stream of consciousness just to put words on a page.
I've done that.
versus like in the morning, you know, you have the whole day ahead, so you don't feel rushed. You can take your time with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can like read to understand and then think versus read to get through the pages, and then you can actually journal and allow yourself time to think
Yeah.
and reflect and stuff. It's been fulfilling though. Like I'm glad that I'm reading again, and journaling like has been such an on-off thing for me.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to have that layer in there.
Yeah. Cause I mean, from the outside it's like the video, I mean from the inside too. Like the video is like the hardest thing to
It's
put
definitely
together.
the biggest time suck
Mm-hmm.
is the video, because like I'm posting on a daily basis, which means I also have to create on a daily basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like eating. Like you eat, then you poop, but when you're pooping, then you also still have to eat because you got to poop later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know why my mind went there, but it's like
it's
like
facts.
equal out, equal in.
Yeah.
So like every video I post means that I have to have a new video lined up,
Mm-hmm.
which means that in a given day I'm posting a video, filming a video, and editing a different video. So like being on that work stream while also working my job and doing all of the other things that I have to do, it is it gets a little bit tough to manage like that timeline, because like I'm never not either making, editing, or posting a video.
Yeah.
That's where it's hard to balance like my expectations of what kind of videos that I want to make, because like the reality is just like at the speed that I'm putting everything out, like I don't really have the time to do that.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Well, originally it was just the like, are the other parts for fulfilling?
Yeah.
Because like the video sometimes I feel like it overshadows the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's where it was.
Yeah.
It's definitely the most time consuming
Mm-hmm.
of the tasks.
Yeah.
The filming is the most time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've gotten to a pretty good point with editing and posting now that like, you know, I have the next 3 videos lined up, so I can just post. That takes like 2 seconds. But like the actual conceptualizing of a video,
Mm-hmm.
setting up the shots, thinking through my day and what story I want to tell, that takes up the most time.
Yeah.
And it'd be great if somewhere along the way, I'm over halfway through and I still haven't gotten to a point where I can conceptualize and come up with a game plan the night before to go through the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are the easiest days that I have filming wise. If like that one video I had where everything was shot only using the magic arm,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, great. I have a restriction.
Yeah.
I know what I can do. And so kind of limiting my options makes it easy to go through the days and shoot those shots, because I know what I can do.
Yeah.
Versus like a day kind of like today where I don't have a plan, and I don't have much time to shoot, you know, after work. And so like the world is kind of my oyster, but that makes things harder, because like what kind of video do I want to shoot? Do I want to shoot like a talking video with my roommate? Do I want to shoot just
You're like
another day in the life?
spoiled for choice.
Yeah.
There's too many options.
Exactly. And then I also feel like at this point in the process, like I'm tired as a creator, maybe not as a viewer, of like just the regular day in the life, because like everything is pretty much similar, at least on like the weekday.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously there are different things I could do creatively to portray them differently, but I'm getting sick of watching and editing the same shots in the same room in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of a good thing in a way too, because it forces me to get outside of the house.
Yeah, I mean, in your
and do more things.
Recent videos, I noticed it's like there's more going outside and like trying to shake it up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing too.
Definitely.
Because like, you know, your videos are only really going to be as interesting as like your life is.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest way to make things a little bit more interesting is to just do more things that are interesting.
Yeah.
And film that.
Yeah.
But like I said again, that is a tough part of it right now, because obviously I can't be doing that every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be at home.
Yeah.
I like to, rest. And so on those days, what do I film? That's the big question on those days. And that's what takes up most of my time. And that's when I come into the room and I tell them, like, I don't know what to film today.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just laughing internally because, like, I don't know why, but, like, looking at this shot and then I just thought of, like, do you know that meme? Or people use it as, like, a meme format now, but it's, like, 4 kids, like, on a couch. And they're, like, talking about something, like, the intricacies of the Fortnite update or something. Like, I don't even remember what the original video is. If I find it, I'm going to send it to you so you can overlay it. I'll find it. Super serious. But it's making me laugh because, like, I feel like that right now. We're just spitting.
Yeah. So we've lived together almost 5 years. As we covered before, we were doing the accountability group thing together. You've seen me do 75 hard. You've seen me pick up running and do 1,000 miles in 1 year. And now you're seeing me put myself through another ringer with this creative challenge. There's a term that I've seen passed around called, like, productive obsession.
Oh.
And I feel like that kind of describes the seasons of my life when I get hyperfixated on something and I just become super obsessed and, like, want to get better and better and better. And I funnel all my energy towards that. Like, in the way that I do things and in the way that I'm doing this challenge here, does it seem to you from an outside perspective that I'm running towards something, like towards a goal and towards something I want to achieve, or I'm running away from something?
That's a good question. I feel like most of the time, it's mostly towards. Like, just my first instinct is mostly towards. But then, what would you be running away from? I don't know, but I feel like it seems like you feel like at home doing these things from my perspective. Like, you want it to be in, like, a form of a challenge. Like, you want something to be in the form of, like, something that's hard but attainable. You can just, like, grind out. That's a tough question. If I could really, like, psychoanalyze you, I don't know. It's tough. But, like, because I'm not sure, thinking about the, like, running away or moving towards something, it's hard for me to say, like, what are you running away from?
Do you think the motivation is to not live what I would think is a mediocre life compared to what I think I'm capable of? Or do you think the motivation is to live a life that I know I'm capable of? So it's, like, the same thing, but, like, different motivators.
I see. One is, like,
one's a pull, one's a push.
Yeah. One is, like, the, if I can remember psychology, I can't remember. But, like, the one is, like, a negative and, like, one is a positive. Yeah. That's tough too. Because I feel like knowing you now for this long, which is almost 10 years, which is crazy. I feel like I've always gotten more of the vibe of, like, you just want to achieve what you want to achieve, and it's more of the pulling of the higher thing. Like, you're climbing, not running away necessarily. Like, you're climbing towards, not escaping the other thing. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, you always seem like you just want to be growing and learning, doing something new or doing the things that you enjoy most. But sometimes I feel like the way that you do it is, like, it has to be, like, challenging you. Like, if it's not challenging you, then it's not interesting. I don't know if you resonate with that.
No, I think I do. What inspired this challenge was, I don't know if you remember, like, Kate was saying that I like to do things the hard way.
Yeah.
And then and she was saying that as a motivation for me to
do something the easy way.
Doing things the easy way, Like maybe posting one video a month or starting there. But like I've tried that, like my goal, like I think 2 years ago when we were doing these accountability meetings was to make one video a quarter.
Yeah.
And like that didn't really work for me. When I did make that first video, it was like nothing that I was proud to put together, like more so just something to put together for the accountability group.
Yeah.
But like with this, I'm there,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just more fun. I think it gamifies it more.
Yeah. Because something about a challenge sounds fun. Like you always wonder, like, oh, how would I do in that? How would I fare? What would I feel like at the end?
Right.
It adds another layer.
I know this is kind of bringing it back to the first point where we were talking about your goals and your accountability group.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you spoke about the term misogi.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as you described, is like a challenge that, it's like 50-50 whether or not you'll succeed or fail.
Yeah, something that you feel like is like hard enough to where it is like a 50-50. Like you're not sure if you'll do it or not.
Yeah.
That type of challenge.
Have you thought about that recently?
Dude, I think about it a lot. Because I think it's such a cool concept. I got it from like a podcast a long time ago, like when we first were doing the accountability group thing. And to give a little extra context, it's like the guy who was talking about it is like, there's no more like rites of passage in life anymore, in like the current way that we like structure society. I mean, obviously it still exists in some places and stuff, but in our like United States, like American culture,
society,
yeah,
spiritual mismatch.
Yeah, but there's not like something you have to overcome, like in order to move into your next like chapter of life. You know what I mean?
It's called high school, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. It's like trying to get through that, like without being traumatized. But yeah, that concept is something I think a lot about because I think it's cool. Just like trying to work towards something and achieve it or not, like give it your best shot, and like then maybe move into like a new chapter of life. Not kind of like just feeling the accomplishment of a big goal in order to like push you. And I have thought about that, and I don't know if like the half marathon is maybe like my misogi. I guess what would make it a misogi is like
if you did it tomorrow.
Yeah, like if it'd be the time frame, because of
like
course
you
I can
prepare for it.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember the guy in the podcast did something crazy. Like he was like literally just a challenge, like you would see on like Survivor or something, like on a TV show. Like he was doing something where he was like diving, like with scuba gear, and like had to move a certain amount of like rocks somewhere or something like that. And it was just crazy. It sounded crazy. I have trouble thinking of like what I would do for my little 50-50 thing.
I think you just got to commit to something.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what is it?
I don't know. I mean, I was about to say I've always thought just like how far can I just go until I like collapse, you know what I mean? Like walking or running.
Complete exhaustion.
Yeah, like it's hard because I don't know the limit. It's like how do I make it hard enough where it feels achievable but then like not too easy? It's like I just wonder how long I can just go.
I think that would just be the marathon.
Yeah, just try to do a marathon. Walking, running, just complete the mileage. Yeah.
Because I think
in the brick of pain.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a true misogi.
I mean, low-key.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I think you could do the half.
Mm-hmm.
The full is gonna be a much more struggle.
Yeah, that'd be like
that's a true misogi. Walking, running, whatever, just doing it. Like
yeah, That would feel like an ultra marathon to me.
Yeah.
That's my David Goggins moment.
Yeah.
That's yeah. See, but I get excited thinking about it. Just thinking about like doing the challenge.
Right.
Like just seeing how I would fare.
Yeah.
I get excited about it.
All right. So you should do it then. Marathon tomorrow.
Walking, crawling, running,
Yeah.
however it has to be done.
Tomorrow's video is going to be documenting Alex's Misogi.
And we can't leave the house from 8 to 5 p.m.
Yeah. He's going to do it in the hallway of our house.
Dude, those videos are so funny. You've seen those,
Yeah.
right? Marathon in my room.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I think that's all the questions. I mean, we kind of covered everything that I had wrote down in my little notebook here. Do you have any questions or anything that you wanted to bring up?
It just felt like a job interview for a second. Do you have any questions for me or?
What's up, guys?
Nah, I was about to go crazy. The challenge is sick. It's gonna be cool. Once you're done with 75,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good thing to get over hesitation of posting. I feel like that's gonna be absolutely gone after this.
I think it's gone already.
Yeah, right.
And now I just feel like low-key want this to be over so I can like pour my attention into like a good video.
Yeah.
Like, by my standards.
But now you're used to making the video. This is where like the mental challenge comes in of just doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's cool because, not to bring it back to TikTok, but I've seen like, when people are like, how to get started is like, you just post endlessly. Like, whenever you have a thought, you're just posting like 10 to 30 TikToks a day. You know what I mean? It's just like one to, play the numbers game and see if you get one that goes off,
Yeah.
but also to get over the fear of posting.
Yeah. I mean, that's so true. Like, I used to, like, post one video and then watch it, like, 20 times.
Yeah.
And be, like, so proud of myself,
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's, like, I have so many videos up already. Like, I'm watching it while I'm editing. I watch it when I post, and then, like, I don't go back to it. Just because I have so much. So then it's, like, good and bad because, like, I'm not overthinking things. If I didn't really like a video that I posted, oh, well, there's the next one I'm working on. And so it kind of gets you in that mentality where it's, like, you stop overthinking every single thing. Not everything needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
And you just start shipping stuff.
Yeah. But I do think same thing as 75 hard. It makes you a more disciplined and physically fit person. I think this is gonna make you a better creator.
Yeah. It's one part of the puzzle.
Yeah.
For sure.
It'll definitely have some benefits.
Yeah.
I think mentally and creatively.
Yeah. Okay, last question I just thought of.
Okay.
What do you predict I will be doing after day 75?
It's tough. Sometimes you're hard to predict. I'm like,
walk me through the thought process.
I'm like, okay, first I think of me. I'm like, when I finish 75 days, I'm taking a few days off from recording for sure. I feel like you would also do that. I feel like you'd take a few days off, maybe like a week off from like recording something. But you were just talking about how like even after this, you want to keep, recording and just turn it into maybe a bigger video, like that you have more time to do and like think of the story for. But I don't know. The funny part is I could also see you just like keeping it going in some ways, like, or challenging. You're thinking of some other challenge to do. I was actually going to say just delete all the videos.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. The thought has been like,
really?
The thought has come there.
Yeah, that's the real, like, that's really just doing it for the love of the game right there.
No, it's a true...
Make all 75 videos, then delete that shit.
I've thought about it. Because it's like, I'm doing it for me. If you were able to get a glimpse of these videos, great for you. But like once I'm done, and I'm moving on. It's time for the next.
That is the true like ultimate way to do it, just for yourself.
Right. I mean, I guess the true ultimate way to do it is just to not post it
True.
publicly.
And then it's like,
but then I think that doesn't tap into what I wanted this to tap into.
yeah.
Which is the vulnerability of it.
Mm-hmm.
Posting it publicly, letting people have their opinions and like, you know, like, dislike, comment, whatever they feel. See how things get received.
Fatty.
Yeah.
Cut that.
No, leave that in.
But in that
Lost my train of thought.
in that sense, maybe leaving it up is the true way to hit that, because like it's on there forever.
Yeah.
Like that's the vulnerable part. Like
yeah,
and like you were talking about earlier, when you know, continue developing your style, and like you're a few years down the road, like these videos will still be there to show
the evolution
where it started. Yeah
I think the most realistic thing that I'm probably going to do is just take a few days off, maybe a week, and then start working on the next video. I don't really have a set idea of like how like regular I want to be posting after I'm done, if I want to even impose that on myself, or if I should just take it project by project. Because I think another thing that I've been thinking about, right, is if I were to post all these videos, right, and I were to keep posting videos for 4 years, right, 5 years, and nobody watches them, would I still want to make the videos?
Yeah, that's an important question, I think.
And I think the answer is yes, right? Like, I would not want to be doing this 75-day thing over a period of 5 years if nobody's watching. I probably that's not the purpose.
Yeah.
And that's not something that I would want to do. But if I were to step back after 75 days and start making more intentional videos and telling more stories that I want to tell about my life and about my experiences over a 5-year span, even if nobody watches it, it's something I enjoy doing, and also something that I enjoy looking back on.
Yeah.
So I think I would like to I think the answer to that question would probably be yes. Because like, I made that video of our road trip from college. I think it's probably one of the first videos on my channel.
Check that out. I love that video.
It's a great video.
It's very
fun. I was
fun.
watching it back the other day, and I was like, damn, like, I got a story. I got actors. There's like storylines. They all like intertwine. People are talking about each other. Like, it's a pretty good video.
It was fun.
And it's like a chapter in my life that like is fun to look back on after, you know, being so far removed from it. And I feel like that value to me is only going to continue increasing the farther away that I get from when I made it.
Yeah.
And so it'll be cool to have kind of like these videos of these different chapters of my life. Like this video doesn't really feel like anything right now because it's today.
Yeah.
You know?
But it will, definitely.
But like in like 50 years from now, when we haven't talked to each other in 50 years, like,
damn, what the hell?
It's gonna be like it's gonna be a valuable video. You know, just it's one shot, but this one shot captures everything in this room.
Yeah.
The way this is Alex's room, by the way. Like the way that you had it set up, the interests that you have, the books that you were reading.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your new PC that you put together yourself, like where you spend most of your time, like, you know, it'll have that in there.
Yeah. No, I was going to say there is just like an intrinsic value to having a video. Personally. Views or not, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, it's memories and it's cool. Like, I love going back to that video from however long ago, like 6 years ago, probably, something like that. Yeah, there's a value. It's like the same thing as like journaling.
Yeah.
Like there's a value to that, just so you can look back at it and remember what you were thinking and feeling. It's just cool. And then having it in a visual sense, in my opinion, is even cooler.
Yeah. And it's also like pieced together from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like how I chose to remember that moment.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's cool. I think it's an underrated part of making videos. And I think it's something that people who want to be creators, maybe, you know, I'm not going to say for the wrong reasons, but for like, what is the word?
Soulless.
I wasn't going to frame it like that.
I know. I had a feeling.
Or, like, people that want to be creators more for what can creating give to me versus what can... That's the same.
Yeah, actually, it's the same thing. But
what can... that's the same thing. That's such a mindfuck.
yeah, actually,
Like,
just
what can I get from creating
externally
mm-hmm. in terms of, like, can it be a job? You know, can I quit my job? Can I do this for a living? Versus, like, can I just create without the expectation of getting views, blowing up, getting paid, quitting your job?
If that didn't exist.
If that didn't exist, would you still be doing it?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that gets lost. And, like, I think that's something that people maybe don't start off, like, thinking that way. But somewhere along the line, and I find myself slipping into this trap, you know, you get dragged into the numbers, you get dragged into the analytics. Maybe somewhere along the line, you actually are able to succeed, and you quit your job, and this is your financial lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
Then it does matter for you.
Yeah.
To start making things for algorithm, to start making things that
Yeah.
other people will click on. And then you get burnt out and you lose your love for creating because you're not creating for yourself anymore.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to slip down that path.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that I've already asked myself that question because, you know, otherwise after the 75 days, I'm gone. You're never going to see me again.
Channel's gone.
Yeah. Alex, thank you for joining me. I know it's past your bedtime. Do you have any final words of wisdom for the viewers?
No, just thanks for the inclusion. And make sure to hit that subscribe button. Notification bell's down there. Hit the like button. Smash it, actually. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for another video. Just had to get that back in me
One
again.
of the most natural YouTube personas I've ever witnessed in real life.
Sometimes I really let it rip.
Yeah. Go watch the road trip video if you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun one. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, bro.
See you guys tomorrow.